Hey everybody, Thomas here, and I have run into a nest of carpenter ants. Well, I was cutting through this water oak here, hit this little patch. Oh yeah, you got a whole freaking colony down deep into there. Oh yeah, you can see the larvae and everything in there. I haven't ever been really bit too bad by these things, but my dog Molly, she'll try to bite at these and they will grip onto her lips, which is pretty hilarious, and then it's just kind of amusing. But yeah, we'll see how far this inclusion goes. I don't know, we'll see. I'm hoping from this log right here, tripping over my own stuff here, hoping on this log I can get a really nice solid 2x8. This log is just over 13 foot. It will match up onto the posts that I'm working on over there. They've been keeping up with the building. I've actually been, trying to stay focused and work on that a whole lot. But right now I was left with one 2x8 at 13 foot long out of hickory. Sorry about moving the camera. So I figured, you know what? That 2x8 would be a great beam to go up on top, way up there. So to tie it in, I've got those two beams going across out of hickory. They're 2x8 as well and everything. I'm starting to put up some of my floor joists for up in the loft. I'm gonna go ahead and do the top beam section from this to the back, wherever I put the post up there, out of hickory. And from the front section here, from this part all the way to this, will be water oak. Now, water oak is a subspecies of red oak, and actually looks pretty good. It does check a little bit more than red oak. In fact, that is red oak right there, but it's not quite long enough for what I needed to do. But yeah, well, what I'm doing is I'm putting the flooring up there first, so I'll have a sturdier platform to work off of. Then I'll come up there and I'll do my joint. Really, I'm just going to cut essentially a rectangular section out of the center of that, and then lay my two beams I'm going to be cutting into there. So it'll be hickory and water oak. That'll be 2x8s. And then my rafters going up to that 2x8 will be 2x6s. Well, really, it's going to be 1.5 by 6. I'm going to go ahead and lessen the thickness of them. I want to keep the width at 6 inches, but that'll be made out of pine. All in all, though, I am very happy with, a couple days worth of progress. I've got this looking pretty good and everything. I'm really happy with how this tied in. And I'll show you one other thing and I'll get back on the mill. But I was going to buy these, joist hangers. I'm like, nah, don't worry about that. I'll go ahead and do some 2x2 pine, which I did across both sides and everything. So I have a lip to work with while I'm putting up those joist up there. And then I'm actually going to space them out. They're not going to be on 16 centers. They're actually going to be on 24s, which is what my studs are, which is fine. The center, I'm actually going to have a few extra here. I've got two 2x6 or 1.5 by 6 water oak. Then I'm going to tie one into on this side of the post and on that side. So I'll have 4 really, really close to the center section. That's where most of my load's going to be, because if you think about it, the roof, it's only gonna be about 5 foot high right there. So anything beyond that, it's gonna be narrowing down, so I won't be able to stack as much stuff. But I'm gonna beef it up right there in the center. That'll be good. And then I gotta come in here. I'll probably do a scarf or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Or I might just butt it up. We'll see. I haven't figured it out yet. But I only got the one side up there, and that was actually a scrap piece of pine. It does have a little bit of pink mold on it, but I'm not really overly too concerned about that. That'll clean up really nicely. That is a true 2x6 up there. Plenty of load share or load carrying capacity. And then again, the reason I'm going on my joist up on top, I want them to match up to my studs on the walls, and I'm going to go ahead and nail into the sides there to get a very, very strong connection. And then on my flooring up there, I will do most likely just pine, just straight up 1-inch pine, just like I did on here. Nothing special, but it'll give me a platform to work off of as I build the roof and everything, so I won't have to use my ladder way high. The only section where I'm gonna have to really use a ladder will be right here, and it's going to be stupid high. I've got to, I'll probably just have to get out on top of the roof, and I'll have to wait till I have a real cloudy day or early in the morning, late in the afternoon, because I'm going to be roasting myself up there. Oh, one last thing, and then I promise I'll get back to the mill. That piece right there, I could not let it go to waste. That's actually the section that I cut out of here, if you saw in the last video where I knocked that out. So I saved it, and I actually kept it where the chainsaw part is down, so you can see my plunge cut, so I can always know that one piece is right there. And what I might do is I actually might have a light or a fan that I'll add there. That'll be a pretty good backing piece for that. But yeah, back to the project at hand. We gotta get this sucker cut up. We're gonna cut this into, all I need to get out of this is a 2x8. If I get more out of that, that's great. It is water oak. And the funny thing is I was actually gonna use this log right here. But when I was moving things around with the tractor, I kind of hid the log for myself, and I have no idea where I put it. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, it was literally right here next to the mill. I was looking all out in my wood lot. I'm like, where is that other water oak log that I have? I don't know where it's at. Well, yeah, whatever. Silly me. So, all right, let's get back to cutting this. I'm gonna put this on a time lapse because I gotta do a blade change out, and this is gonna be a lot of slow cutting until I figure out how deep that hole goes in there, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll go and put it on a time lapse. I'll do a blade change out, and then we'll go ahead and start cutting from there. Stay tuned. Okay, we have one of our 2x8s. Now, this is not really a quarter sawn piece or anything like that. However, it wasn't moving whatsoever. I feel pretty confident this piece. The grain does look good on it. I don't believe I'm going to have any movement out of this piece right here. But I actually have to turn the rest of this log into another job. So I'm going to go ahead and take this top board, which is my 2x8 and everything, and that is a heck of a 2x8. I mean, it cut out clean and crisp and everything. But very, very happy. I mean, you know, when this spalts, it actually looks pretty good. And this top piece here, this is like 1.25 inches. I'll use it for something. I mean, I can always use something like that. And I have these monstrosities right here. I was running the water heavy only because I was trying to knock off some sawdust from earlier that I had built up on the belts, and it seems to work out pretty well. This funky piece right here, that was pretty thick. I think I can make a bench or something out of part of it. And the other side where I've got the carpenter ants that got into, we'll have to figure out what we got there. But today I think I've cut up 7 logs. I did 5 logs for a job, and I've cut 2 logs for myself, 2 oak logs. So it's been a pretty good morning. The heat is definitely here. I keep on saying that, but in southern Mississippi, I will say the humidity is not here right now, which is great. We're about to get this Sahara sand stuff, which is pretty cool. Supposedly it's gonna be really nice sunsets and sunrises. But as of right now, I think it's 92 degrees. Nice breeze was going earlier. It's actually died down right now, but it's actually not too uncomfortable. I'm gonna continue working outside, work on the shop some more. Maybe I can get some more of these prepped and everything to get ready to go up on top. Once I get that little subfloor done, I'm going to do about a 4-foot section first, get some wood across it. I've already got some pine cut up for that. Then I'll have something to work off of as a kind of a platform, and then start working the rest. So maybe this weekend I might have at least one of these beams up. We'll see. I might have to have the neighbor come over and help me. I don't even want to guess how heavy this one is. I know how heavy the hickory one is. It was pretty heavy and difficult to lift up by myself, especially if I had to lift it overhead. So we'll see. All right, we'll see you around. Have fun. Please like, subscribe. And there's a lot more going on. There's always something going on here, so we'll see you around. Thanks.